Sure, sure,
Great.
sure.
Okay, we're rolling. So, but you're saying that
Uh,
you're
Let me increase the brightness for you.
great. So you're saying that you read a lot of psychology.
Yeah, not a lot, but I do read. Like I read a lot of stuff. Like I read finance, I read self-help, I read psychology, I read history, I read personality development, money, a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
Reading, I like reading. That's it.
Yeah, me too. I've been reading a lot of short stories because I tend to buy a ton of books and then not read
Hmm.
like half of them or more. And I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
need a confidence boost. I need to just like be able to read something and finish it. So
Yeah.
I got like 5 or 6 books of short stories and read a short story every day, and it's like a big confidence booster,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah. That used to happen a lot with me too. But then I just shifted to, e format. I bought a Kindle and then it's all good.
Do you like Kindle? I like the paper in my hand. I don't know. I'm old school.
Yeah, I've heard many people say that, but see, one thing, it's way cheaper. Yeah,
That's true.
buying
That's right.
different, buying a lot of books, and then and the trouble of going to the market, finding the hard copies, then you have to carry the copy. I can carry thousands of book in my Kindle. So yes, people do like to read, in a physical copy format, but yeah, it's more convenient with Kindle, so I'm okay with it.
That's a good point.
I've,
Like if you go to the park and you're like, "Huh, what do I want to read?" You don't have to bring like 10 books with you. You have
exactly, exactly.
well,
And the biggest thing is that you can find almost any book online free of cost.
well.
Yeah.
So I'm interested getting back to like saying initially you're from Nepal but then
Mhm.
switching to India. Do you like do you actually live near Nepal because India, I mean, you could be living right on the border as well, you know.
No, I'm actually from Delhi. I live in the capital.
Oh, okay. Are you a fan of living in Delhi, or would you, if you could, want to live
No, no,
somewhere else
no,
in India?
absolutely not. No.
Huh.
Yeah, I I I don't like cities that much. I prefer living near the mountains, near nature.
Oh, me too. Me too. What is it about? Could you tell
That
us?
could be anywhere. That could be anywhere.
Hold on one second. My internet is being stupid right now. It's kind of slowing down. Do you like in Delhi? What are some kind of trademarks of Delhi that you think you think are worth talking about?
Well, food. Food. If you're coming to India and if you want to experience whole India in just one state, you got to go to Delhi. It's the capital, it's the center of everything, and Delhi has like each and every cuisine you could find anywhere else in India, and maybe tastes better than the original source.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
So food, and then Delhi has a lot of heritage sites, monuments, stuff like that.
how far away is like
But
the
mainly
oh, I'm sorry.
food.
Mainly food. Like how far is the Taj Mahal from Delhi? Is that a doable drive? Doable trip?
It's almost yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Taj Mahal is in Agra, and that like if you just get out at 5 a.m. in the morning, then you can absolutely come back like by evening or by night.
I've been so to kind of give you an idea of like who I am and stuff because, you know, I'm just like you just met me on Omegle. I'm an
Yeah, I'm
actor.
sorry, I forgot to ask your
No,
name.
no, no, that's fine. Actually, that's one of the coolest things about this is that like you get to like learn about people and not have any idea what their name. I like rarely ask what people's names are because like the person is so much more interesting than like their name or what, you know, like their labels. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like one of the magical things about this.
Yeah.
Um, But but one thing that is resonating with me is like when you said that you really like the mountains, and like right now I'm living in Florida in the U.S., which is like completely flat, right, and it's humid, and I'm considering moving to California, which has like a bunch of mountains, and I'm just like I don't know. It's amazing how, and I used to live in New York City, and New York was just like so stuffy. There was like no room for it to go anywhere. Like there was one park or two parks, and it's amazing just how much more free you feel, or at least I feel when I'm around nature in the mountains rather than in a kind of a stuffy city. Do you feel similarly?
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely. I resonate with you like on every level. Absolutely. Cities get so much on your nerves. Like you get to a almost a 5 kilometer drive in a city could take you about half an hour or even more.
Ah,
Like commuting and then so much pollution and then so many people, no trees, nothing. You gotta go to the park to see some trees, and it's like a man without nature is, I don't know. I'm not even getting an analogy right now.
it just feels inhuman. It feels disconnected from kind of like our natural
Yeah,
state. You know what I mean? So you mentioned that you're a massage therapist or a physical therapist.
physical therapist,
Physical
not a massage
therapist.
therapist.
Okay,
Yeah,
very different. Very different. I
yeah.
guess not completely, but yeah. What is that like?
Well, it's good. It's amazing. To be honest, like I was preparing for to be a physician, okay, and somehow I just landed in the physiotherapy school, and then I found out that it is so much better. Like, no,
That's
seriously,
amazing.
seriously,
That you just like stumble onto
yeah,
it and you love it. I love that. That's amazing.
yeah. I mean, see, all medical personnel, like no offense, but all medical personnels are just giving you extra doses of chemicals and compounds that are artificial, that are not made for you, that are not natural, and just messing around with your body in some kind of inhuman, artificial way. Physical therapy, on the other hand, is all about manipulation by hand or exercise, or we use somewhat modalities, but those are also not invasive. Like we do not give you any kind of medicine to eat. We do not tell you to do any kind of, what do you call it, any kind of procedures or surgeries or anything.
Yeah.
And that is the core concept. Like basically I believe that physical therapy, if we truly look at it, it is just that humans themselves have the power to heal themselves
Yes.
without any damn thing
Yes. Yes.
here
The human touch.
and here.
Yes. Exactly. The heart and the human touch. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's so
that's
profound,
why.
and it's like yeah, like so I just like graduated like this acting conservatory here in Florida, and a major.
By the way, I
Oh yeah,
must tell you, uh, from the very childhood, my first dream was to be an actor.
really? What was there a movie
Yeah,
that you really that was there a movie where you were like, oh, like that was awesome.
yeah. I mean, if I have to cite a Hollywood example, then I really love DiCaprio. He is like Will Smith, another example. Their acting skills are beyond. And other than that, you am I
Oh,
audible?
oh yeah, you were going in and out there for like a second. I got a word or two. Could
Ye-
yeah, so you were
Yeah, I
saying
got a I got a call.
oh, okay.
Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, their acting is beyond any explanation. And I'm also a very big Bollywood fan, so I love SRK. He is also very good
So what's the
with his
dip?
acting skills.
What do you think are the because I know nothing about Bollywood. What
Hmm.
how what do you think are the major differences between Hollywood cinema and Bollywood?
Okay, one of the major differences with Bollywood cinema is that Bollywood movies, no matter what's the plot of the movie, doesn't matter. Somehow, somewhere, a love story will be involved. Maybe, maybe it will just not matter. It will like it's not required, but we Indian people like just do not feel the movie is complete without a love angle.
Hmm.
So every Bollywood movie will, or almost every Bollywood movie will have a love story, and Bollywood movies have songs. Um, well, what else? Hollywood has a, I would say, like Christopher Nolan, man, a lot of process. He thinks his movies through, like really.
Hmm.
Minutest, like the little details he puts in the movie, like it's amazing the level of thought process that goes behind it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that level of detail goes into Bollywood movies, because it's again, even if it's action, it's based around like maybe someone's wife was kidnapped, or a guy loves a girl, and her father is not, agreeing to the marriage, and then he sends some goons to kill the guy, and then like somewhat related to love stories. So there's not much detail required. So I would say Hollywood movies excel at the detailing, and Bollywood movies, if you want to make love stories, then Bollywood.
Do you think like because as an American, as like a I would
Hmm.
consider myself a liberal American, meaning like I'm pretty against like how much America kind of invests in our military and everything. I tend to think that American movies are overly violent, um, and is and I think yeah maybe overly sexualized too. But I think violence is actually more detrimental to the human psyche than sex. Um, but do you see that too? Like, do you think that American cinema is like way more violent than it
Yeah, it's
needs
all
to
about
be?
action.
Yeah.
As I said, as I said, if you wanna like learn about or see action, and that too in like with very precise details, then go for Hollywood,
Mm.
because Hollywood is almost all about action. Like there are very few movies like The Fault in Our Stars or something like that, or maybe
It's true.
uh,
The
uh,
commercial successes are revolve around violence, I guess, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
I guess that's
yeah.
also like how you make how you make money with it too. So yeah, that gets into like a whole can of worms. Like, how can you create successful movies and a successful industry that kind of doesn't doesn't prioritize violence? I'm all for action, but sometimes it's gratuitous. I don't know. That's just me though. Um, what else was I going to ask you about? Um, are
Yeah,
there
I
any?
must say I'm loving this
Yeah,
conversation.
me too, dude. Me too. I've thank you. I've been doing when COVID began,
Hmm.
in like, well, I guess when COVID began, I started like creating little projects, and in the beginning of July, I started this, and I've talked to over 300 people on Omegle, from all over the place. And actually, I haven't really talked to anyone from India lately because I haven't been doing this lately. I've been taking a break, but like
Well,
a
I've got a real different opinion.
yeah, like what has been going on with COVID in India lately? Like,
Yeah, see, the COVID thing is that when we got the first wave, we handled it pretty well, I would say, considering the population, considering the finances, considering the infrastructure. We handled it pretty well. But it was kind of inevitable that we will get a second wave and probably a third wave or whatever. Because when there are a lot of people, you cannot stop. them from getting infected.
Yeah.
And a country cannot stay inevitably in lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So our economy was affected. So we had to go out of lockdown. And as soon as we get out of lockdown, in what, maybe, like, we were in complete strict lockdown for almost 2 to 3 to 4 months. After that, it was slowly eased off. And in November or December last year, we got, like, of course, with some public regulations, we got freedom to move out. And then within 4 months, we got our second wave. And it was inevitable, as I said.
Hmm.
And yeah, we are just trying to do what best we can do.
Do you think?
That's the downside of large population.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, if you were in charge, do you think you would do many things differently from the current administration?
Yeah, first thing, see, before saying that, I'll say that I am not a very politically inclined or politically informed, I'd say, person. I really don't read about politics that much, and I don't know. So I'm not qualified to answer that question. But still, I'd say that India has given a lot of vaccination doses to other countries, to Russia, to Italy, to America, to, I guess, maybe our neighbors too. But I think if I know that a second wave or third wave was inevitable, administration also knew this, so they could have, saved those doses for, because now we are facing a shortage of vaccination, like vaccine doses.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to import it from other countries whom we helped at the first place. So we could have prepared for that as well. And also, there are some projects going on in the country right now which are taking a lot of financial burden,
Mm.
I would say. Yeah, like we have a Central Vista project in our capital, and it is basically our parliament, and the area around that is being reconstructed. And I think that that is not really required right now. Maybe it is. I'm saying I'm not politically informed,
Mm.
but according to me, like, we were doing well with what building we had. We didn't need any reconstruction, so that's why.
Did you
These things.
have you gotten vaccinated yet? Is that like is it easy to get vaccinated in India?
See, if you're 45 plus, it's really easy. But for 18 plus, the vaccination just got open at 1st May, and the slots, like, as soon as they open up, they get booked or something.
Mm.
Okay, so at this point of time, yes, vaccination process is going on, but we are not getting the slots. So getting a slot is a big deal right now for the 18 to 45 age group. 45 plus people are getting easily vaccinated, no issues.
Is there in the United States? There's a group of people. I don't know the exact number, but that have not gotten the vaccine and say vaccines are not healthy. They have side effects. What are your
Yeah,
what are your opinions of that?
see, I've heard all the conspiracy theories. I actually have a friend, and he's very much into it. And the thing is, see, I am a medical student, not a student anymore. I'm a medical graduate. So
Yeah.
I have to say this, that no matter what conspiracies are going on around the world, we have to have some faith in science. So, like, I'd just say that, get the fucking dose, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for using the F word if that
No,
makes.
no, I do not care. I don't fucking care. You're good.
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, because people are spreading all kinds of rumors, like this vaccine is not safe, Bill Gates is funding this, China has planned this, all kind of rubbish, man, all kind of rubbish. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't care.
Hmm.
I seriously don't care. You know what? When you read, it's like they say when what was it? When I don't remember the actual saying, but it goes something like, when you repeat a lie 1,000 times, it becomes a truth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Donald Trump mastered that one. You know, he just kept saying the same, right? Like you just keep saying the same thing over and over, and people can keep trying to call out the truth, but then
yeah,
if you keep going, people get tired. It gets tiring, and it's just like, all right, fine, fuck, fine, fine.
yeah.
You know,
But the fault with the conspiracy theories is that you can never be sure of it. It's a conspiracy. So,
I'm listening. I just
point
need to
being,
plug my computer in. I'm listening.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Point being that you can, like, I can say that, okay, Bill Gates is funding this and vaccines are all just a ruse and we don't need it or whatever. I can't prove it. And if I can't prove it, then let's just get the dose, yeah, and move on. We'll see what happens. That's it. There's
No.
another saying: if there's no spark, there's no fire. So the thing is that I don't really go against the conspiracies. I don't go with them. I just keep myself safe and let the world do whatever shit they're doing and
Yeah.
just move on.
Yeah. I think the only way, like, if someone is so vehemently for a conspiracy theory, the only way to be able to confront it and actually change their mind is to actually sit down and be present with them, to talk to them, to like present an opposing idea in a logical, rational, and level headed way. And if they're receptive, then that's great because that means that they're listening. And if they're not, then you just have to let it go. I think that's my opinion of
Yeah,
that.
actually, we, we,
You know?
we have to do that. As I said, I have a friend and he's my best friend. And he is too much into conspiracies. Although he's quite educated, he reads a lot, but again, he like he believes in all this stuff. Maybe because he reads a lot and he reads a lot of conspiracies
Mm-hmm.
and all kind of news that is not shown on the television. So maybe because of that, but he's a like he hates Bill Gates, man.
Bill Gates.
Literally, very very literally, he hates Bill Gates.
I don't. Yeah, I think Bill Gates is. I mean, like he was talking like 7 years ago about how we should be buffering our infrastructure more for pandemics like this. You know, this was something that he's been
Yeah,
talking
see,
about for.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are things. I said if there's not a spark, there'll not be a fire. So
Mm-hmm.
there are things that's why I said that I don't completely go against the conspiracies because there are something like this one. Bill Gates talk about this. China has been funding all these biological studies. So there are proofs, some proofs, but then there are some stories you never know.
Yeah. Hmm. Is there a theory that you think other people would say is a conspiracy theory that you believe is true? Like where you're like, you know what I mean?
That there's only one God.
Oh. Could you explain?
People won't believe. People are too hung up with their religion. People are too desperate to prove that their Bhagwan, their Allah, their Jesus, their I don't know what else, their Buddha is the best.
Hmm.
What they don't understand is every damn religion in some way or the other says that there's only one omnipresence, and you will like I don't know how to if you're a believer and you believe in the religious text, then just damn read your religious text, and you'll find some line in every Quran, Bible, Gita, or whatever. You'll find a line which says that there's only one God and you worship only the one. There's one superior Almighty, and people don't believe that, and because of that, we have suffered a lot and will suffer a lot.
For you, like where do you stand on or like what do you believe? What what do you believe is kind of I don't know what this is all for. I mean,
You're out
Or
of words.
yeah, I mean, there's so many. I like don't even really know the question to ask you. Like, do you believe in God? What is God to you? I guess I would ask if you believe in one.
God is you. God is me. God is the your dog. God is the tree outside your house.
Hmm.
God is us. We are all part of that God. We the again we just divide ourselves based on religion, based on caste, based on whatever, and we just don't realize that God created all of us as a part of Himself to experience Himself. That's a
Yes,
very heavy line.
yes, that's huge. That's huge, and it's true. That's really good.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I'm glad I recorded that. Right? Yes, that's
well.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I read that somewhere that we are all part of the what like we can call it the supreme consciousness, we can
yeah.
call it universe, we can call it almighty, we can call it God, whatever. We are just parts of that consciousness experiencing itself.
And it's true. It's one of the things, one of the miracles of life is that we are aware and conscious of our own thoughts and of other people's reactions and to the interconnectedness of each thing, to the rain and how that
Absolutely.
affects the grass and the grass grows. And also, too, I mean, one thing that I was just talking to my roommate about, which is just fascinating, is like that rabbits are able to see and perceive grass growing because that's what they need. That's what they've naturally evolved to need to see to survive and to thrive, is to be able to watch the grass grow, and they can see like 270 degrees. So they can see like back here and everything. And I mean, that's a miracle to think that each
Snakes
thing. Oh, yeah.
snakes can feel the earthquake. Birds can feel the seasons changing. Birds can feel the magnetic what do you call it, magnetic lines of the earth. Every organism has its own senses to survive. Survival is the main, I guess, for animals. We as humans have this thing, and we get this, and we ask like, why are we here? And some crooked, fucked up assholes create this concept of religion, and from that day onwards, the world is fucked. See, I'm a Hindu by birth. I would say that, but I don't believe in Hinduism. I don't believe in any religion as such. But I respect all of them. As I said, like if you know even a little bit about Hinduism, we have a lot of gods, like a whole list of them. Everything, every river, every sun is a god, moon is a god, river is a god. Everything is a god. We worship everything. So I don't go to temples. I don't go to churches. I don't go to mosques. I don't curse people who go to churches. I don't curse people who go to temples or mosques. And I'm just living my life happily. And I'm good with that. That's it.
Ah,
And I hope that every person can get this kind of respect for the other religion. Doesn't matter you believe it or not. And I never said that I don't believe in God. I said I don't believe in religion.
right. I think that's huge. Is like people, yeah, is you can believe in God, you can believe in a higher force, in the beauty, the
Definitely.
the miraculousness of this existence, and not believe in religion because religion is man-made. It's a controlling structure, institution to try to almost profit off of the beautiful existence that's around us and to try to categorize it and parse it
Yeah.
down into simple things when it's anything but simple.
You'll read even a little bit about any religion. You'll, am I audible?
Uh huh. I can hear you.
Yeah. If you read even a little bit about any religion, that every religion is a reflection of any other. I won't go down that which is the root, because that doesn't matter, I would say.
Mm.
Like, be it Islam, be it Christianity, be it Buddhism, every religion almost teaches the same thing. Religion is a way of life. Religion is not something you should identify yourself with. Religion is just a way of life to get you through. That's it.
Well, that kind of leads to a question that I'm interested in, which is like getting to know you. Like, what do you think? What is one memory you have of something bad happening to you? And
Just give me a second.
yes,
Just
yes,
give me a
yes.
second.
Uh huh.
I'm sorry.
No, no,
I'm
you're good.
sorry.
I heard.
My mother's.
I heard that. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. हाँ आ रहा हूँ, अभी आ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि छत पे ही हूँ. आ जाऊंगा मैं, अभी मत मिलाओ और. Brown parents.
That's good. That's funny.
Yeah.
But so, what is one memory you have when you were younger, or of just of like a hard time that you had, and how did you cope with it and move on and grow from it? And what were some things that you did to help move forward in your life from those hard times?
I'm glad you asked that, because I won't be able to share what happened, but the thing that happened just happened last month, and it was the worst thing that could happen to me yet. And the only thing that I'm doing to cope with it is I am not trying to block any kind of emotion that I'm getting. Usually, people say, be strong, don't cry, everything will, with time, everything will sort out. You gotta bear it or whatever. No, I cried. I'll cry in future if I need to. If we block emotions, this comes from medical psychology. If your brain cannot differentiate between emotions, it just knows that, okay, if I'm supposed to block emotions, that means I block all emotions. So if I block sadness, I cannot be happy either. So the only thing is that I'm allowing myself to feel whatever the fuck I'm feeling. And I would say, if anyone is going through any kind of trouble, just do any sort of meditation. It could be just simply sitting anywhere in your room and just breathing. Do nothing, just breathe. Deep breathing, or maybe you can chant or whatever. Do any kind of meditation. People don't realize how much meditation can benefit and how much power they have upon themselves, upon
Yeah.
them, over their mind.
Just I'm putting that there because that was kind of like my introduction to meditation. They're kind of shorter, between 15 to 20 minutes
This
of
guy is also Indian.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, absolutely. I completely it. There's so much peace to be found there. You know.
Absolutely. I would, if you read, I would recommend you the Silva Mind Control Method. It's a book.
Silver. What?
Silva.
Oh, Silva.
Yeah. It was written by Jose Silva. So
Is that right?
yeah, yeah. I would type it out. Wait a
Okay.
second.
Jose Silva.
This man is the author, and it's an amazing book. This is basically a sort of meditation, but it's really effective, and it has helped a lot of people. And I think, has an American background.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for. Yeah. I mean, like, that's. One of my acting teachers talked about that too. I mean, as an actor, like on stage, we need to be able to just really allow how we're feeling to come forward. And yeah, when you block emotion, you don't know if what you're holding, like if you're holding back sadness, you're also holding back joy and happiness, and you're also holding back anger. You're also, and we learn from that. I feel like if we learn from feeling and processing experiences and the feelings that we have tied to those experiences, so if we're going to grow as human beings, as people, as sons or daughters. Uh-oh, did I just freeze? If we're going to grow, then we have to allow that. And I think what you're talking about is actually the highest level of strength. That vulnerability is the highest level of
Absolutely.
strength.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Being vulnerable. Oh, sorry, vulnerable. Super
Yeah,
tough.
yeah,
Being vulnerable is the most strength you can show in your lifetime everywhere. Like,
yeah.
it's not easy to be helpless and to accept that you're helpless. It's not easy.
Well, dude, I mean, yeah, you were gonna say something. You gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just saying that Dr. Brene Brown,
Yes,
she's well known.
yes,
She has done a hell lot of research on vulnerability.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like that is just what a wonderful place to kind of maybe transition or to end. Um, unless there's something unless there's something else that you'd like to talk about. I mean, I think that's just so powerful, and and how wonderful that you stop and share your story and everything. I'm
I
just
was
very thankful.
actually, I said I was glad and I'm really happy that like we met, because really I was fed up of looking at dicks and fed up of people people saying that, oh, you're from India, bye bye.
uh,
So
yeah.
so I'm really happy that we had this conversation, man.
And
It was
and
nice.
I just want to share with you too. Like, I have not done a video. I'm gonna check. I have not done a video on my YouTube in, oh my god, like a month or something. 4 weeks.
One more
It's
fact.
Yeah.
I also have a YouTube channel.
Do you really put it down? I would love to. Yeah, so people can subscribe.
Well, it's about, since I'm a physiotherapist and a keen self-help reader, I it's about health, self-help, and wisdom.
Mm. Well, everyone's subscribed to Doctor Phoenix like right now. Um, but yeah, but
Thank
I
you.
just want to say, like, I have not done a an interview in 4 weeks because I was coming up with there were a lot of people that I was meeting that were very rude to me, and I was getting in my own head and doing one day after day after day for 300. I've did 300 and something interviews, and I was just like, I've had it. I've fucking had it. There are no kind people left on Omegle. Like, I just can't. And like,
Never
this
lose
is
hope.
I mean, this has just been really nice, and it's been really
Same here.
refreshing really refreshing. So thank you for putting yourself out there and for spending time.
Thank you for asking such wonderful questions, and
Oh.
you're amazing. I love the questions, and because I love talking about these subjects that you asked. Maybe if any other guy, Indian guy of my age, are usually not into these kind of things. They're more into PS5 or something.
Don't build a stereotype now. Don't build a stereotype of yourself, please. You know?
No, but what I was saying, just I'm glad that we had this conversation, and I was like, I was really liking the questions you were asking me. So
Thanks, man. Thank you.
pleasure.
Yeah, dude. Well, so I'm gonna post this unedited to the channel. Um,
Sure.
and so make sure to subscribe so that you can see when the video pops up. And
Of course, of
you
course.
you can check out some other. I've talked to a bunch of interesting people over the last year, so maybe there'll be something there that will surprise you.
For sure.
All right, man.
Maybe I can learn some interviewing tactics from you.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. Thank you, though, man. You have a nice one. Okay.
You too, man.
I'll
You too,
see you.
man. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you, and bye bye.
All right. See
Anyways,
you.
my mother is gonna kill me now.
Okay, great. All right. See you, dude. Bye.
Bye bye.